Sorry. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh my God. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Maybe this should be a bit higher. How about that? How about that? Can you see me, everyone? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay. Can you see me? We're on the air. We're on the air. Hold on. Let's put this here. We're on the air. We're on the air. How do you like that? How do you like that? We're on the air. That's an antique on the air thing from the 1600s. Okay, hello, hello, beautiful Claire. Hello, Mickey B. Welcome back. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Joe. Hello. Have you been here before, Mickey B? Do I know you personally? It sounds like somebody that I would know. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe Princess 37, so young. Ruben is here. Ruben is here. Thank you for coming. Annette Shinrei Occulta Museum. Thank you very much, Annette. Annette, is that your new name? Your new name. So hello. Annette says hello to Claire. Makeshift is here. It will be a nice show. I'm not feeling horrible. I'm feeling basically the same as I always feel. So it's going to be all right. I'm wearing my yellow shirt underneath there. It says whatever it is, my yellow shirt. So maybe that's going to make me feel a bit better. We're gonna find out what's going on in Iran. I don't do the research. I should do the research. Yes, and hello to you at GB News and Comedy Unleashed last time. What was the last time? Like a month ago, almost a month ago. It was a good show. It wasn't a good show. It was just I got through it, and that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. I got through it. I'm getting through this. Janet is here. You're not chopped liver, though I love chopped liver. You are not chopped liver. I would love a chopped liver sandwich. I'd like chopped liver on matzah. You are not chopped liver, beautiful, beautiful Janet. You are not here. Let's just make sure. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Can you check out the sound, producer? Can you hear this? So predictable. You are back in that cellar, Rubes, and you know it. We're in the cellar here. Great show. It was Lewis. What? Does it sound good?
Yes, fine.
Sounds fine. Okay, I can make it louder. If it's not loud enough for you people, you can turn up your loudness level. If it's too loud, I can turn this down. Maybe I can turn it down. Anyway, Lewis, you're looking delicious. Thank you, Claire. Claire is always so nice to me. Thank you very much. Let's all try to be as nice to me as possible. Basically. Let me fix the camera here. Fix the camera. Okay. Anyway, I could do with a week in the dark. Oh my God, I could do with a week in bed. I'm still getting over the four days of filming. It was too much. It was too much. People get to know, 4 days, 3 days. I can hold out and I can be a nice guy. I could be a nice guy for 3 days, but for 4 days, I think they find out how horrible I am. I think I'm all right, but I'm not all right. My actual name is Shinra-iki Museum is the name of my actual, and that's my actual name. But Shinra-ika Museum is the name of a Japanese anime show. My son loves anime. Well, it's good that somebody likes something else besides America stuff. We're an American band. We're coming to your town. We'll help you party it down. We're an American band. Woo! Squid Girl. So that Squid Girl is known as Shinryaku Ika Museum with the subtitle The Invader Comes from the Bottom of the Sea. It's a manga series. What about the Japanese? I'd like to know. I hope they don't change. I hope the Japanese don't change. The whole thing about the world was the Japanese are not changing. Lewis, did you get on with people in the set or annoyed just some people? I annoyed some people. A lot of the guys I got along with. I made some friends there. Like, some of the people are just really, and some of the people I've seen before. I saw a guy who I did that film Manhattan Gardens with. This gay guy who spent half his time, and he was all right. And then there was another guy who lived in East Dulwich. In East Dulwich, I think he's going to be a friend of mine. And then there was just some decent people. Thank you for asking, Joe, Warrior Princess. That's what's really great about being a, and people recognize me. They don't recognize me. They don't recognize me enough. But sometimes they do. They don't. You think I'm going to be a big star, but I'm not going to be a big star. Avocado Man is here. Look at that, Avocado Man. Same bums and broads. But we have somebody new. We've got Mickey B is here. We've got Annette is new. And so we've got new people. How many people do we need? We have enough people to keep this thing going, to provide the content. I know I should provide content. I should write out stories. I should be like Stephen Allen. Screw him. Let him do content. Let him read the newspapers. Let him write jokes and do the script. Do we need to do that all the time? Sometimes you just want to go to a place. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Lewis, did you get on with everybody? You said, I annoyed some people. I did annoy them. They recognize you because you're memorable and handsome. I wouldn't say I'm that handsome anymore. I'm not hard. I mean, we're not good looking. That's just a fact of life. Men are not good looking unless you're really good looking. Unless a woman sees you and gulps. Women don't do that with me. Do you do that with me? I know you say you do, Claire, but I'd like women to see me and gulp, but they don't do that. Well, maybe they do that, but they keep it to themselves. They keep the gulping to themselves. There's some people I didn't get on with. Because I speak my mind. I tell people I like Donald Trump, and they think I'm a horrible person. What are you going to get? Are you going to the SHOP? Mm-hmm. Could you bring me back something? Maybe. What do you think you should bring back?
I'll get you something you won't complain about.
No, I'll always complain. You know I will complain.
I'll bring you back an Oreo ice cream.
Don't get me an ice cream. Don't get me an Oreo ice cream.
You say this, and then I won't bring you back.
No, bring me back something.
No, I'll get you an Oreo ice cream.
No, get me. You know what you could get me? You can get me a Solero because they're low calorie.
They're also cheaper.
And they're also cheaper too. I don't know what they are, like £1.50. Oh, by the way, saw you on the new Mike Graham breakfast show. There is much daylight in his studio, though. More of a night. You prefer more of a nighttime vibe. I'm more of a nighttime guy because I'm dark. I'm dark and depressed and depressive and bitter and angry. It's more of a night vibe. And you're laughing. Why is that funny? Is that true? Would you say that that's true about me? Aren't I miserable in the daytime? I'm miserable in the daytime. I'm a nighttime. Me and this is not this child here, but the other child is more like me. We're like night people. We can't go to sleep at night. Lewis, preparation can suck and be stressful. Just be you, says Joe, and go with the flow. No point overthinking.
Terrible advice.
It's a terrible advice for me. The producer says that's a terrible advice. I need to think a little bit about it. I need to think. But you know what? When I think about things, then I get all nervous, and that creates some good stuff coming out of it. I don't trust myself. No, I don't trust myself. Is that what you're saying? I don't trust myself. And I've been there before. I know what it takes to be a successful live streamer, comedian. Richard Phillips is here too. Isn't much daylight is what I meant to say. There isn't much daylight in the studio. No, there is daylight there. It is. It's a nice little studio there, There's no there's nothing here because I closed the windows and it's nighttime already. Is it nighttime? Is it? I mean, it's still light outside. Can you see? You probably can't see. It's still light outside. But yeah, I don't know. So you're saying, Mickey B, that you thought it wasn't bright enough with Mike Graham. I like Mike Graham a lot. I hope they call me back. Even they may not call me back because I'm unpredictable. I'm horrible. I say horrible things. I go too far. The only time women gulp when they meet me is if I stand on their foot, says Richard Phillips. That can happen. That can happen with women. You don't know. You upset women. I upset women all the time. I upset the girl from Mars just the other day. I just upset people. Lewis spreads sunshine wherever I go. I would, you know what? Even that's going too far. I don't think I do. I don't think I do because I'm just so miserable. I'm telling everybody, get miserable, get miserable. You know, that's not the right thing for me to be miserable, whatever. Lewis, your producer would be correct on a particular set, venue, and show, but this is totally different. Yes, you're right. You're right. It's totally different. It needs, I mean, eventually, when I get back to doing stand-up comedy, which I've been thinking about for months and months, I will be different. It's like when I did even in the older days, because I did it like what we're doing here, this little thing right here is preparation for future gigs, future shows. It is a preparation. Kermit says hi. Okay. Lewis spread no. So Janet says, when I say my weight, Lewis, when I say my weight, comma, Lewis gulps. I do gulp. I will do you, Janet. I know what I say about being women being thin and all that stuff. But if you love me, I will throw you a bone. I will throw you a bone and make you happy because I love you. I love you. Lewis, your producer. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of Lewis earlier. I saw a recipe for carnivore pizza. The base has no flour or plant food in it. Why bother? Why fake stuff? I'm anti-faking, even though I'm faking all the time. You know I'm a faker. But, first of all, anything ground is not good for you. Anything that's made into dust is a carcinogen. I believe that, maybe. I'm not sure about that. I'm saying it, but I'm not sure. Have I got enough material for a new stand-up show? No, of course I don't. I see you. Thank you for asking that. No, I mean, isn't there enough material in the world and we could discuss it and then we could build it up? I don't know. I didn't think I did, and then I did, because I've been doing my stand. Like when I came to this country, I didn't think I had any material, but I had material. It's just making a commitment to something. Who's to say what is material anyway? I see you. So was Maltese Phil? Let's get back to the carnivore pizza. I mean, it's not necessary. Just have less crust, have thinner crust, a little bit of crust. Richard Phillips comes in and says, I think they would be much better off replacing you with Kevin McKenzie on the Mike Graham show, but I don't think you're Tory enough. You're too dissonant. Kevin or Kelvin? I think they would do much better off replacing you with Kelvin. I mean, I'm only on the show twice. I've been only on there twice. We'll see if I can be on there enough. I need to be blessed so that I think you and sprinkle you back with equal angel dust. I need to be blessed. So thank you. And sprinkle you back with equal. There you go. Okay, I think I understand that. What Kermit actually said was, do they recognize, well, I'm not on the live chat. Nobody has reminded me to go in the live chat. Okay. Do they recognize you as a White House delegate, uncredited? But you were too busy deciding what ice cream to stuff your face with. Okay, I missed it. No, you know what happened? what happened was, oh, I didn't see that because you must not have been in live chat, I guess. I didn't see your thing. I always see you because you're blue, Kermit. So I apologize because I wasn't on the live chat. I was just on the top chat. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I mean, I hope I'm telling you to do the right thing, but the most important thing is the low carb thing. I believe that so strongly, but not enough to change my. I mean, I was low carb today. I was low carb today. I was low carb, and I think that's what we should do. We should be low carb. I mean, I should be on as an American. I understand America. Even though I'm a Jew, Jews understand the countries that they're living in, and they love the countries that they're living in until the countries turn on them, and then we have to go somewhere else. All good blessings. Says Girl from Mars, I'm sending to you, Joe, and a huge hug. What about to Lewis? Send Lewis Schaffer a huge hug. Girl from Mars, I'm sending you a huge hug. I'm sending you. Yes, I saw the protein pizza. They use chicken mince to make the base. I guess so. I guess it could be done. What is pizza except it's a cheese and tomato sauce delivery system? That's what it is. These are all delivery systems. Material is structured delivery. Interesting. You know what Velikovsky says about that? Lewis, says Joe, perhaps saying how strange and interesting and challenging this dream has been since June. Good material, so many interesting people and interactions. Yes, we should all think of things that are difficult for us to think about, including myself. We are the perfect sounding board for your stand-up material because we care about you enough to tell you the truth. If something is hilarious, just kind of funny or not. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like this is a comedy show. Replace Kevin being you mean Kelvin. I think his name is Kelvin. Is it Kevin? I think it's Kelvin. Thank you, Richard. I do appreciate that. Yeah, let's put somebody else out of a job. I didn't see it because I haven't gotten my glasses, says Ruben. Oh, Lord, carbs again. I'm sorry, I see you. I didn't mention it. Mickey B, 2 meals a day is the answer to successful weight loss. It can be. It can be. It's also a, yes, maybe, yes, it's a trick. It's a trick. That's what 2 meals a day is. Hold on a second. I want to sit on my feet. I want to sit on my feet over here. I found the chair in the street. Lewis, hi. What are your thoughts on Ian Huntley passing? He didn't pass away. He was murdered. He didn't pass away. He's 52 years old. She'd roast him like a Jewish brisket. I mean, he was a really bad man. I mean, a really, really, really bad man. I mean, am I happy about it? I mean, I don't like the idea of the state killing people. I don't like it because do you trust the state? Do you trust giving Keir Starmer this and the other people who believe in this state any control? You don't do it. But at the same time, you don't want, he's bad. I don't. Thank you, Walt Teasville. I don't hear anybody laughing. Lewis, don't be selfish. All your viewers deserve love and hugs sometimes. They all do. They all do. And I try to be loving. Have I ever not been loving to any of you? Tell me if I haven't been. I've said you're fat, maybe, not you, Girl from Mars, but I've said people are fat. That doesn't mean I hate you. That means I love you. That means I love you. So you're right. You all deserve love. And to you lovely girls, yes, I deserve it. I'm not Jewish, says Richard. I feel like my country's turned on me, and I should maybe go somewhere else, except I don't really like the idea of being a foreigner anywhere. I'm too working class. What does working class have to do with it? Working class were the people who left this country, who went to other places and became rich in other places. So what is working class? Can you please explain that to me, Richard Phillips? Does anybody else agree with him? Does anybody else know what Richard's talking about? Because this working class thing does bother me. It bothers me. The show has frequent moments of levity, but I can't tell if it does or if it doesn't. And I'm basically, all I'm trying to do is to be interesting. Is to be interesting. That's what I'm trying to do. You're always lovely to meet, Claire says. Well, thank you very much. Well, you're lovely to me. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm not trying to make it, oh, let's make it funny and whatever. That's not how comedy should work. At least I don't think so. I would imagine most of us followed the case in 2002. It was so awful. It stayed with us. It was absolutely horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. But should he have been put to death? I mean, in a situation like that you should definitely be put to death. I mean, child murderers and aurists and should be put to death. I believe that. But I mean, people get carried away with what they think should be put to death. Being a foreigner isn't easy, but it opens your mind. It isn't easy to be. If I'm a foreigner in this country, but it's made me more of an American. Made me realize that I'm an American. I see you. Laying off the sugar certainly helps. That American dude who makes shorts about being British is fun has lost 80 pounds just by living here instead of in the U.S. That he's basically lying because you can be just as fat here as in the U.S. And I was in Weatherspoons today, and it was just a parade of fat people. But even by American standards, they were fat. They were fat and ugly. They were fat. Don't be fat. Let's all be thin. Let's be thin. So I know it's easy to think, oh, if I live in Britain, I'm going to be thin. But it's not that way. Well, the class system, as we know, it didn't really exist during the time of the Pilgrim Fathers. What, people were more fixed then? What does that mean? Lucy Van Pelt is here. Hello, Lucy. Comment didn't go through, but the state didn't. Yes. Oh, yeah, they didn't. Yeah, the state didn't do him in. Didn't do him in, but other people in prison did because of their because these are absolutely, the people who killed them aren't such great people, but they like to believe that they were good because I'm better than this guy. Better than this guy. Prisons take over, as in the levels of your crime makes you better or worse. It all pans out. Not agreeing, just saying how it is. Prisons take over, as in the levels of your crime makes you better or worse, and it all pans out. It's barbarous to put someone in a pit with evil men and having those men decide your fate. That's not what we should do. We should make the decision ourselves. The trick to weight loss is ghrelin. Yes, to trick your body into having it or less of it. I can't remember which it is. But basically, eat food that makes you full for longer. Chicken is perfect. There's some truth to that. And as you know, I'm a dietitian and nutritionist. I am a professor of immunology at Harvard University before I moved here. So I know all about this. But the answer is chicken is not perfect. Chicken is yuck. It's not yuck, but it's not great. It's not great. You know what it is? If you're out and about, it's best you can have chicken. But you shouldn't have chicken at home. Richard, I disagree. America is nowhere near British. Is nowhere near British. What do you mean by that? Yeah, they went to America, but that's hardly very foreign. America is very foreign compared to here. It's very foreign. I've gotten used to you people, so you seem like me, but you're not. You're not like Americans. You're not like Americans. I guess you would say I like the idea of being where I was born and having a feeling of being rooted, which which I associate with being rooted. Well, you don't think rich people are rooted? You think they're more The reason they're rich is because they move around. You know, they go to where there's opportunities. And that's why Americans are so rich. They're always moving around. And maybe that's what we've got to do. You got to think, you don't get stuck. I'm sitting here stuck in Nunhead. We need to move around to where the money is. Get on your bicycle. Who said that? Who said get on your bicycle? Get on your bicycle and go get another job. Don't be stuck in Umber on Hull or whatever it is, or Kingston on Hull or whatever a place is like that. Go to where there's a job. As I tell my kids here, go to a place where there's work, where there's money, where you can make a new life. In case anyone doesn't already know, I am thin. Thank you. Thank you, Claire, for pointing that out. Claire is thin. Claire is thin. And you're still thin, Claire. You're thin. You pissed me off for calling me a liar. I didn't call you a liar. More than once. I haven't called anybody here a liar. This is the difference between men and women. This is why women are horrible. Because you think I called you a liar. What I say is you believe it, but that doesn't make it true. That doesn't mean you're a liar. You could believe stuff. You could be delusional. You could be crazy. Okay? I guess I just assumed everyone was honest. I see no reason to lie. I don't see you as a liar. I don't see you that way at all. But I do see women as delusional, as crazy. And men too. You could be crazy, and men too. You could be just as fat, but you have to try much harder. Literally, every U.S. version of food we also have here is about double in sugar and other crap, as we've already discussed. And also less car use. There's less car use here, that's true. But the truth is, it's like I weigh myself every single day, and if I go up 200 grams, I start panicking. And that's what people have to do nowadays because we don't have enough food. We are natural hoarders, Kermit. People have to pay attention to it. I would be so happy with just 5 pounds. I know. I always forget that you're slender and beautiful. Slender and beautiful. Speak to Claire. What is Claire? Claire avoids getting fat, but Claire probably knows how to get fat. I was talking about working class people that went to America in the old days, not now. I still think that now America's probably less culture shock than going to Bangladesh or Japan. I don't think so. No, I think there's more culture shock there because it's like people have really high expectations. Even expectations about socialist revolution. They want the absolute best. And they think that they've got to do something to do it. They think they're going to get in front of a car, of an ICE agent's car and stop it. That's what Americans are. Okay? I was talking about the word, okay. Oh, Lucy Van Pelt is saying hi, Joe, when we say hello to Lucy Van Pelt. I personally think that's what's happening now is scary. First Ian Watkins, now Ian Huntley. We are sending dangerous messages to prisoners by celebrating murder, as the message is take someone out and Rusty Brown says, take someone out, and we celebrate you. I agree with that. It's morally wrong. It's morally wrong. If you're going to put someone in prison, then you have to protect them. You can't say, well, we hope somebody else kills them. If you want to kill him, you can kill him. Anywhere people are team world, Lewis. Yes, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. That's very interesting. So what do you make of what I said? Because I think you are right. I'm saying, or you got to figure out a way to make the town you're in successful, without having to rely, when a factory closes. Well, you start your own business. You make your own stuff. I think you're very incorrect about obesity and America versus Britain. How am I upset wrong about obesity in America? I mean, it seems like America's a similar country to here, but the subtlety, it's a very strong subtlety. The USA has a higher obesity rate than the UK, with roughly 41% of Americans classified as obese, says Richard Phillips, sorry. Compared with approximately 26 to 28% of adults in England. Yes, okay, yeah. So, yeah, there are more fat people in America because Americans are committed to shit. In America, if you gain a little bit of weight, you're fat. So if you think, well, why not? If I gain 20 pounds of weight in America, I'm fat. So I think to myself, well, I'm fat. I might as well gain 200 pounds of extra fat. Go all the way. Why are they all called Ian? My name is Ian. Should I be scared? Yeah, well, maybe because Ian was an incredibly popular name 50 years ago, right? Wasn't it? In which ways do you think Americans are different from Britons, Lewis? Is just the amount of control they think they have, in the amount of belief system that they think they don't think that they're part of a social class, or they never used to. Okay? Daddy Bannister is here. Daddy Bannister is here. All right. We could talk to Bat. That's what I think. That I forgot. I had a whole routine about this. Is Americans, they think they should be doing great things. They should be doing great things. Maybe it's changed over the 25 years that I've been here, but it's like everything is above someone's station in this country. Why are you doing that? That's not for you to be doing. It's more and more like America here, but Americans is like, all Americans want to be great. They want to do amazing things. They think they should do amazing things. They should all be writing a screenplay. They should all be rap stars. They should all have a miracle invention. They should all be on the internet saying, pay attention to me. Way more than English people do. Why are they all called? Okay. Well, welcome back, Daddy Bannister. True, Lewis, I avoid getting fat. It's a full-time job, which you can learn to enjoy. Yes, and back in the day, people, they were really concerned about getting fat. Oh, I've gained a pound. They were that way. Something that women of a certain age forget, says Rusty Brown, is that fat women below a certain age are more desirable. As they can lose weight, you can't change your age. Fat women below a certain age are more desirable. Yes, but it has to do, yes. But even young fat women could be very unattractive. That's why we've got to be thin women, thin young women, and thin old women too. Yes, being incorrect is not the same as lying. Lying is a deliberate falsehood, Richard Phillips says. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not calling you a liar, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl from Mars. I don't call women liars because I know you're mental and this is what you believe. You believe this thing. Women always calling men liars, like we're supposed to know what we're supposed, do. Okay? I don't believe. Must be an awful waste of time worrying about your weight. Sounds mental to me. You want to know something? It isn't, because you're fitting in with a human society. Humans like to look at pretty people. Thin people are prettier than fat people. This is just the way the world is. You want to fight the world? You want to say, I want people to love me the way I am? Right? That's what you say I want people to love me the way I am. Everybody, go to Twitter. Make sure you're on Twitter. Go to Twitter over here to make sure you're on Twitter. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it could be. He could say I'm out, but he's not going to say I'm out. But I mean, if British people want to kick me out, they can kick me out. They could put people in prison for the rest of their lives. They should be able to say, listen, go back home. We don't want you here. That happens everywhere you go to. I come into your place and you say, come on, Lewis, get the hell out. I've had enough of you. Do you think Keir will host a party at Easter in Westminster Hall for the Christians like the one he held for Ramadan? I'd go, especially if there was food and drink, says Mickey B. I mean, he probably might. He might do that. He's scum. He's absolutely scum. All leftists are scum. If you believe in council flats, I'm not going to say you're scum because you're listening to this thing. It's an illusion that the USA is a country of freedom. Free in your own land, perhaps, but otherwise, very little freedom. What do you mean by that? Free on your own land, but otherwise, very little freedom. Yeah, America has less freedom than it used to have. And Donald Trump is bringing it back. I hope. Let's pray. Girl from Mars. Claire says, try to eat as much as you can handle. Eat it slowly and you will be okay, hon. Eat it slowly. The most important thing to getting hungry is to eat carbs. Carbs make you hungry. They make you want to eat more. They raise your ghrelin level or lower it. I'm not sure which one it is either. Okay, but that's what you need to do to get hungry. Sometimes when I think I haven't eaten and I'm not hungry, I'll eat a little bit if I have some carbs lying around. Very few carbs lying around here. My son has some dry cereal, or I'll have a little bowl of oatmeal, and you get hungrier. You get hungrier. So that's good advice, Claire. True, the wokes are way more crazy in the USA. Yes, people are crazy. They kill people. The murder level is unbelievable. The speeding accidents are unbelievable. They're just, people are crazy in America. You are right. This is a much nicer country to live in if you're old. It's a good place to be retired. They don't give you more money, but they give you free health care. You don't have to worry. I got married in the USA in 1989. Biggest meals I ever seen, offered on a huge plate. People ate like breathing air. I got merrier in the USA, 1989. Well, what happened in 1989? I see you. But let me just say this to Richard Phillips. Workers, the wokes, and workers, everybody is crazier. They got a thing, and you know what I mean? And people have to be nicer because they might be carrying a gun. So they're not going to start saying, I'm going to punch you in the face. And the guy pulls out a gun and shoots him. Do you remember in the movie? What was the movie? With the Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones, when the guy comes at him with a knife and he just pulls out a gun and shoots him. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. That was one of the best things I've ever seen. It's mental. You know what? Mental. Don't be afraid if you're too thin. I mean, maybe you should be. Cabs in the USA are yellow, in the UK they're black. We should combine and create a hybrid. They could be called the Tiger Car. That's interesting. Rusty Brown. Interesting. They're not yellow all over the place. They're just yellow in a few cities. Like New York, they're yellow. The Troon thing seems to be off the charts in the USA as well. Richard Phillips, people are proper mental. They're mental. They're mental. The problem with the USA is that you can eat what you think is healthy, but it's not. Yes, you're right, Kermit. Even so-called health foods, Kermit says, are high in everything bad. You should try really hard in the U.S. You have to try really hard in the USA to eat healthy. Well, what do you consider healthy? You know that I disagree with probably what you think is healthy. You got to try everywhere to be healthy. You know, I went to whatchamacallit? I went to Weatherspoons today. And was I eating healthy? Instead of having chips, I had a baked potato, but I didn't even have an entire baked, and it wasn't even a large. It was a medium-sized baked potato. I had a medium baked potato, and I only had half of it. So it's very hard. It's really hard. I know that certain mild medications have side effects, increased appetite. Well, what about smoking pot? That can maybe increase your appetite. I see you. I can't eat it. I can't eat it in front of the people. If you put it in the freezer, thank you very much. A round of applause for the producer for bringing me an ice cream. Thank you very much, Columbus. He's a lovely, lovely boy. He's my favorite child. I see. Laos is the home. Lao is home of the Lao. The people are called Lao. Lao. The country was named by the French. It's called Laos, like the Laos live there. Army of M. Army of M is here. Beautiful Army of M. I have the same problem. Started drinking full fat milk all day. Yeah, that can make you fat. That cannot make you fat, but that's good. Full fat milk. I drink full fat milk. I'm mental and don't give a toss. Well, I love mental women. You know that about me. You know that. I'm not even going to say which of you women I think are mental. I think you're all mental for being here, but I think you're mental. My kind of girl from Mars, she's mental, and she says it. That does, a lot of times people think, oh, she says she's mental. That means she's not mental. But the truth, I'm going to show my hands more. But the truth is, you're mental. The truth is, you're really mental. I mean, full fat milk is good. Full fat milk is good. Okay. The weight loss thing is depressing when I work really hard for 5 days in a row and I weigh myself, and guess what? There is no change. Soul destroying. It just makes me think, why bother? I'm going to tell you why you're going to bother. Because 1 minute you're going to crack it and you're going to see exactly what you did. The key thing to weight loss is you've got to weigh yourself every single day. And you'll see what causes weight gain. What are you eating? Also, I have changed, or rather stuck at my age, as you all know, and I'm sticking with it, Joe. I have changed, or rather stuck with my age. What does that mean? Whenever I see the clips of you on GB News, there's never any women present in the room panels. It's deliberate. Did you specifically say no fat chicks? There were no fat chicks on the air on GB News. I mean, I don't know. I always see women. I'm always there with Cressida. I love Cressida. Twitter has closed down Lewis means, has it closed it down? No, it doesn't. No, please tell me it hasn't closed it down. Please tell me. Have you heard of the village of Wentworth? Annette says. It banned kebab shops and mandated all shops and restaurants be traditional English. As an American tourist, I think it's awesome. I'm with you in a way. I'm with you. I mean, you can't go against change. Remember, fish and chip shop was a change. It was brought over in the 1800s. It's, all the food is a change. They didn't always have fish and chip shops in this country. No way. You're my favorite immigrant, Lewis. And definitely the hottest. Thank you, Claire. You are beautiful. Thank you, Claire. So, Annette, I mean, okay. Apparently, the whip shooting thing in Indiana Jones was done to save time and meant to be a 5-minute fight scene. It later turned into a comedy moment, but it didn't take away from the seriousness. Oh, okay, to save time in the filming. Yeah, I could see that. They had all those extras there. They were paying them for, well, I don't know who those extras were. I mean, you really have to shop at local farms, Kermit says, etc. in the U.S. to have any chance of not being captured by the big food companies that are intent on having you addicted, fat and sick. Yes, you're probably right. You're probably right. I live in Portsmouth, says Joe, which has gone downhill. But hey, it's gone downhill. Places go uphill, they go downhill. Maybe they'll go uphill again. 5 days is not long. Give 6 months and then look in the mirror. Claire, I disagree. Look in the mirror every single day, and tell yourself, I'm not, and have a plan. But make sure you know what you're doing by looking on the scale. Of course, I am a bit head fucked. You are. I don't think. What are you really? Anyone who says they are normal is delusional. Not just possible in today's world. Yeah, maybe you're right. We all have pain. Do I seem I'm messed up in the head, girl from Mars? Because I feel UK Video Clips is back. Hello, UK Video Clips. Welcome back. Welcome back. If everyone else is mental too, I'm normal. Yeah, well, maybe it means. That's the right point. If everybody is messed up, I'm the same as them. I'm the same as them. I am the same as them. Annette says this. I used to live in England when I was an engineering student at the University of Sussex. Many years ago, I miss England and would love to move back. Villages like Wentworth give me hope. You'd have to live here before you have hope. Before you have hope. Claire lives in Sussex. Do you have hope? You know, that's the question. You need to trick your body into feeling full. Too many carbs becomes body fat. Too much protein comes out POOA. As POOA? What does that mean, Rusty? Lilith has guns. Where is Lilith? There's Lilith here, and I didn't say hello to Lilith. I don't think that's true anymore, Lewis. In the USA, the American dream, because the wokes have basically smashed meritocracy to bits. That is true. That is not true. That people are beginning to believe in meritocracy again, number one. And the fact that the wokes are the most American people on earth. They've basically spread this woke ideology across the world. You know, so you just because the country is filled with woke, that does not mean that America is not America. Is Lilith here? Where is Lilith? I didn't see Lilith. Men are like dream kitchens. You think you got one until you realize it comes in flat packs. Men are like dream kitchens. You think you got one until you realize it comes in flat packs, as I see you. I don't really understand that. Joe, you do have South Sea. I love South Sea. I love all the beach communities, Lewis. When I moved to Portsmouth in 1979, it was great. Seaside naval history and loads of clubs. Now, I played in the comedy club there. And now shopping centers closed, bars closed. Terrible, yeah. Yeah, terrible. Because they're making it impossible to drive and they're making it impossible to park. Lilith isn't here, says Claire. Maybe you shouldn't shout her out. You shouldn't shout her out. I contemplated being a film TV extra at one point. I said no. My friends call me lazy, but the unpredictable schedule, travel, puts me off. But it did make me appreciate what actors, yes, it's really hellish being an extra. And it's also pleasant, too. It can be very hard. If you ever see me, you got to come up to me and say, Lewis Schaffer. I love you, Lewis Schaffer. Like Claire. You got to act like Claire. Kermit says, hi, Rubes. I can only have memories of my tight-fit jeans. I'm happy if I can fit in ones from the last few years. Look at that. I mean, I should show you how tight my legs are. Let's see if I can lift my leg up. I'm having problems lifting it up. I can't lift it up that far. I'm trying to lift it up. I can't lift it up. I can't lift. Okay, here we go. Can you see this? There we go. Can you see how thin this is? Can you see how thin I am? Can you see how thin I am? I think those guns must be the kind you think they are, Claire. What kind of guns were you interested in? Hi-ho, Kermit. Annette says, I miss living in Sussex. Such lovely people and a beautiful location. Oh, the fantasy, the fantasy. Hi, Lewis. Trying to get his leg over with Claire. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying with all of the girls here, and maybe the guys. I'll be back in a second. I've got to get some water. I'll be back right in a second. Don't go anywhere. You know what you can do? You can go over to here, and you can go to @Lewis Schaffer. Maybe go to Kofi. Maybe press the like button. Have you pressed the like button, Joe, in UK video clips? Yeah, I understood that, UK video clips. I'm trying. Hello. Yes, that's not a bad idea. Who said this? Ruben says this. Maybe I could put it up here. Maybe I should put it up here. They're lovely people in Britain, and they're lovely places to look at. You know what, Rusty Brown? He says that his jeans are made by his sister. They look like regular jeans, but they are stretchy. I like that too. I don't really have stretchy. These are actually somewhat stretchy jeans, but I like stretchy jeans now. I guess you get older. I guess you get older. Got 33 people watching this thing. All right, very good. 17 people. Have you all liked it? We got 33 people here. Come on, everybody like it. Just like the stream. That's the least I ask. And send me some money too. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? It's real. I really appreciate it. I look at it, and I don't want to mention anybody's names. I don't want to embarrass the people who haven't given, but I thank the people who have given. Lewis playing on waiter. Yes, in the dinosaur hour. Lewis stole every scene he was in. It was hilarious. Yes. Yes, I'm waiting for someone to discover me and to make me a star. Is that too much to ask? Thank you, John Van Dam, for the numbers. Is that too much to ask, Annette? It isn't. It isn't. It's good. I like stretchy underpants. The skid marks seem to go for Ruben. Ruben, I love my 20-year-old Levi's 501s. Yeah, I've got a pair of Levi's, or maybe they were Gap from like 1960. They were so old, and I have to take them to the place to have them done. I have to take them to the place to have them done. Hi, Claire. That dinosaur hour was boss for sure. Yeah, it was really good. Thank you very much, Annette, for saying that. It was really good. It was really good. Um, Hi, everybody. Hey, Lewis. Kerry Mack is here. It's been a long time. We have missed you, Kerry Macca. Kerry Macca's from Northern Ireland. She's from Northern Ireland. So there we go. I love Northern Ireland. I mean, I love the people in Northern Ireland, and maybe the countryside out in the country is nice. Um, you know, I mean, I love Britain. I love all the parts of Britain. Not all the parts, but I love Britain. I love British people. I love anybody who loves Britain. I love old things. I'm very conservative with a small c. I'm conservative with a small c, basically. Let's be conservative. Let's work. The point is, what is the point I wanted to make? The point I wanted to make is that it's bandit country up there. The people, they're like Americans, Northern Irish people. They're loud, they're in your face, they're telling you stuff. Never said hello to you, so hello from Glasgow. UK Video Clips is in Glasgow. Hey, Lewis, you must have Northern Irish genes. Seems loads are in here. Whale oil, beef hooked. Whale oil, beef hooked. Whale oil, beef hooked. I've missed you all too, says Kerry Mack. Well, we've missed you. We've asked about you. Northern Ireland, the UK, not Britain. It is a British isle. I got bad news for you. It's one of the British Isles. Ireland is a British isle. Yeah, I'm going to fight for that. Yes, I know it's in the UK. I know it's on the island of Ireland, but it's the smaller British Isle. They don't call it that anymore. I would still love to marry John Cleese or maybe just meet him. Less weird, laugh out loud. Yeah, he's a smart guy. He's a good guy. He's nice to me. Maybe someday, some way. Trying my best, honey. You can, yeah. Do you is there anybody who would someday want to meet Lewis Schaffer and be with Lewis Schaffer? Do you think that would ever happen to me? You're thinking, my God, I'll never be able to meet Lewis Schaffer. But I'm sitting here waiting, so lonely and sad. Hey, UKV, hey, bandit country. It's down, but the border of Ireland. What do you mean it's down, bandit country? But by the border of Ireland. Well, it's pretty far north. It's pretty north, Northern Ireland. That's why they call it Northern Ireland, because it's north. It's north of Ireland. British Isles, Britain and Ireland, yes. But British Isles are not referred to as Britain. So you don't think that Northern Ireland is Britain? That might be true, Lucy. Maybe I was wrong. I got a bit excited there. So you can't call Northern Ireland British. What do you think? Can you call Northern Ireland British, Lucy? Don't start all that up again, Lewis. Ireland is Ireland, although shocked how Sinn Féin have sold out to the migrant invasion. After all that fighting, for F's sake. Yeah, that's the enemy that we're facing. We're facing an enemy that is willing to support the Islamists in Iran before they go for the other people. You're right. Lewis. But you think all women are horrible. I do think that they're horrible. What do you think? You think John Cleese doesn't think that they're horrible? He's been divorced. He's had incredible pain with women, as I have. How could you hold that against me? You know you're horrible. You know you don't want to be with some guy who goes, oh my God, you're so lovely. You're so lovely. You're so beautiful. You're not like all the other girls. Come on. You wouldn't want that. Would you want that? John Cleese has major Trump derangement syndrome. Do you know about that? John Cleese has major Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, it's true, army of them. That is true. Speaking of underwear, why women such as Lucy Van Pelt insist on spending so much money on underwear? We're not sure that she does. We don't care, ladies. Your underwear goes on the bedroom floor of Lewis Schaffer. Take it off. Yeah, the only thing I care about underwear is it's 100% cotton. It's 100% cotton or silk. You can make it silk. Southern Ireland is further north than Northern Ireland. That's another interesting point, Lucy Van Pelt. That's very true. It goes around it. It's one of the counties that didn't. Yes, but bandit country here in Northern Ireland is close to the border. as we call it. Yes, Ireland is Ireland. It's 50-50 in Northern Ireland. What is 50-50? Janet says Faulty Towers was set in Torquay. I've been down there. It was really nice. It wasn't really that nice. It wasn't what I expected it to be. Antrim, spent some time there, Lucy. There you go, every Northern Ireland. I'd still have dinner with him. I've waited 50 years not being a character in Misery. So you're saying you're not being a character, you're not mental. You're not mental. But Northern Irish is British, right? Rusty Brown, according to Lucy, she says no, it's not British. IDL, says UK. What do you mean by that? Says UK video clips. There's that saying about women, grief or nothing. I choose nothing. Grief or nothing. Much more peaceful. Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, grief or nothing. There's a bit of joy with women. There's a bit of joy. That's an interesting point. No, I don't believe that. I believe in something. I don't wear underwear. No room. Says Janet. Army of M says, I'm a character from Misery. He was beautiful in Faulty Towers. And thin. Yes, he was so thin. Do you remember? Well, actors were really thin. He's gained a bit of weight right now. I love John Cleese. I especially love Dinosaur Hour on GB News, where you personally played a waiter. I loved all the cats. Yes. The cats were good fun. It was like the amount of money that they spent on it. It was so unnecessary. But they wanted to spend the money. She's not mental, but buries men in her cellar. And that's not a euphemism. Who? What, the girl from that thing? Torquay is nice, Lewis. Where I live, anyway. Yeah, it is nice. It is really nice. They got the hill on the hillside with hotels. It was really nice. I was there. I stayed there. I did a gig there. It was good. All I know is that the quality of Victoria's Secret's knickers are terrible for the money. But I'm not telling you. Telling you how I know, Kermit says. I believe that they're not high quality. They're not high quality because they're not cotton. And are they not cotton? And you know who owns Victoria's Secrets? Wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein's lover or business partner or whatever? Illegally speaking, the Northern Irish are British. Ethnically is another matter. Well, half of the Northern Irish people come from Scotland, which makes them British. Sorry, I meant to say little underwear, purple and brown Y-front underwear. But my phone went. Okay, well, thank you very much. That's what we need to do. We need to fill in. If I ask a question, I don't know the answer to it. You gotta say what, you gotta say, you gotta complete it. I love Babacombe, says UK Video Clips. I guess that's a place down there. I wear cotton underwear for you, Lewis. I will wear cotton underwear for you, Lewis. I will wear anything you like or nothing if you like. This is just so dirty. You're just so dirty, Claire. Lewis, my mom brought me up on Monty Python. Not only, but also a Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. And Tony Hancock. Hence my sense of humor. Yeah, those were good shows, I guess. Have you ever been to St. Ives? Where is St. Ives? I think I have been to St. Ives. Is that on the west coast of Cornwall? The far west coast. She buries men in its tie, Lewis. It's Joe. She buries men in the cellar. Loads of delivery jobs. All of a sudden in her area. Yeah, she probably wears them out. I could see Joe wearing them out. Have you ever visited? Yes, I have, Kerry Mack. I've been to I've been to Belfast. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it. Same time every day. We're on every day until you get sick and bored of this. That's what I've decided. We're going to do it every single day until you're sick and bored. And because you're new, you don't know, you don't need to say goodbye. You just need to say hello. Just say hello. But if you don't go, people are not going to go, "Oh my God, where is Mickey B? Where is Mickey B?" We're not gonna do that. But thank you very much, everybody. Let's give Mickey B a round of applause and a thank you for coming to our live stream today. Open every day at 5 and 10:30. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. A lot of time. We're doing a lot of. It's a lot. Gonna be a lot of love to make it through. Whatever that song is. I shouldn't reveal this, but I prefer 100% cotton knickers, brief cut. A floral pattern, basically the grandmother kind. Thongs are for bodybuilders. What is the difference in a brief cut and a thong? I need to remember to delete my internet history. Is this what you want to see women wearing, or is this what you wear? Well, at least Joe knows that a pint is very nearly an armful. I don't understand that either. I live just around the corner, Meadfoot. Warmellian is here. Hello, Warmellian. Lewis Schaffer Uncooked experience is an experience such that that never ends. Well, that's what I decided to do. I didn't want to play games. I wanted to just do this as long as I could do this, and if it's good enough, people will listen to it. If it's not, they won't. But I don't want to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna, send you little bits and pieces of this." What if? Thank you, Mickey. A round of applause for Mickey. Why does saying goodbye trigger me so much? It does trigger me. It's really because my mother left me to go to a mental hospital when I was a kid. Well, she got all depressed and she spent her entire time on the couch. It really bothers me. I need to be. I have a lot of It does trigger me. Army of M. I'm very affected by it. I don't like it. If somebody wants to leave, they can leave. I'm not going to go hunch it down. I only wear them when I'm drunk. The knickers I like should only be worn on women. Bridget Jones kind. I'm the same way. I like a white pair of underwear. Cotton underwear. Briefs. Just the simplest briefs. Of course, a pint, says Joe. I'm obviously thick these days. Laugh out loud. She's speaking to Kermit. I still don't understand it. You should consider cremations. Save space and keep yourself warm during the winter. Oh, it was a Tony Hancock joke. I didn't know. I'm not that familiar with the Tony Hancock oeuvre, Kermit, so I didn't know. But I am triggered. But I want people to stay. I want people to, am I too needy? I guess I'm too needy. I'm not really that needy, but I'm somewhat needy. I only wear them when I'm drunk. Okay, so I read that already. Cotton boxers. I like the freedom. That's what I wear now because I wanted to increase my the air going into the balls. Oh, two important things, Rusty Brown said. The clock go forward 1 hour tomorrow, and 2, the Women's International Day tomorrow. Okay, well, all you girls are international women to me. So if you want some loving from Lewis, I'm going to give you some loving. Give me some of loving. Give me some of loving. Give me some loving. It's not tomorrow. That's right. Why are you saying that? They don't go forward tomorrow. Well, how did I fall for that? It's the 29th. We looked it up. That's for the USA. It had me too at first. We're at the end of the month. Okay, so I'll have to just slightly change it for America. What does it mean? Does it mean that a 5 o'clock start in New York is really a 6 o'clock start? International Horrible Women's Day. Yeah, you're Army of M. You're horrible. Just say I'm horrible, and I will love you. Are you a Tucker Carlson fan? I'm worried about him. He's been critical of the state of Israel, and neocons are smearing him as an anti-Semite. No, they're not. They're not smearing. They're not the neocons. He isn't. You know what I mean? They're purposely putting a thing on his back. No, they're not. He's putting a thing on his own back because he's being such an idiot. Nobody's going to kill him. The Jews aren't going to kill him. There's too many anti-Semites for the Jews to kill. First of all, number one in net. And he's an idiot. He is an idiot. He is an idiot. And anybody who is against the state of Israel or against the Jews and makes a loud noise about it will pay a price of being considered an idiot. I've discussed this before. Yes, I've just looked. It's the 29th, says Rusty. Cool, I got 6 hours sleep instead of 5. Is that what it means? Does it go forward or back? What's happening with the clocks? Is 2 o'clock 3 o'clock tomorrow, or is 2 o'clock 1 o'clock tomorrow? I think it started in World War I. And I think it started even earlier than that in horrible places like New Zealand. I'm against it. Okay, Elite Scott says that at 2 o'clock Sunday, the 29th of March, it jumps to 3 o'clock. So that means we actually lose an hour. Carlson is an Iranian shell. The problem with the Jews, my heart is French, but my ass is international. Arletty. My heart is French, but my ass is international. Arletty. Who is Arletty? I never heard of that guy. Let me see who that guy is. Who is Arletty? Okay, I'm just checking this out. Or do you want to explain it? My heart is French, but my ass sex is international regarding her affair with German Luftwaffe officer during. Oh, there you go. Okay. Regarding her affair with a German Luftwaffe officer during the Nazi occupation, arrested for horizontal collaboration in 1945. She used this witty remark to explain her personal life amidst, yeah, you know what? Yeah. She was, okay, interesting. Well, that's very, very interesting. Thank you for that. Now I understand what that means. They'll go forward for an hour. Let's keep on reminding ourselves, because that's very easy to forget this thing. You remember spring forward, fall back. Yeah, that's right. Spring forward, fall back. Lucy comes in there. Spring forward, fall back. It's an easy way to remember the clocks. In spring, we spring forward. And in the autumn, we fall back. I am against it, 100% against it. It's so unnecessary, and it just messes things up. It's like it's typical globalist bullshit. Is like trying to change the world. I am against it. I'm against it so much. It's so British that we all go on about this every year. How annoying, and nothing changes. Yeah, it's so British. You're right. That's the difference. We got to change it. We we lose an hour tomorrow, and my husband will moan about the lost hour until October when we fall back. And then he'll celebrate getting his hour back. I hate daylight savings time, says Annette. I am with you. Raise your hand if you hate daylight savings time. I thought the clocks changed tonight. In America, they do. Here, they do not. Why there's a different date? I don't know. It's like Mother's Day is a different day. Thank you, Lucy. She had horizontal collaboration. She was banging an enemy. Banging an enemy. I mean, that just says something about women. They don't care. They don't care who they have sex with. At least that's what I'm hoping. Maybe we should take a poll. Rusty's been drinking. Of what underwear the ladies wear, cotton knickers or thongs. I'm against thongs because you got the thing going in the butt. I'm not against that. In the USA, they do apparently, and that they're against it. I don't know if they're against it. They should just change it immediately. I don't know they should just change it. I mean, I think there's a similar amount of upset over daylight savings time, and it's growing here. At least it's growing in my mind. It does mean I get 3 weeks on my U.S. chums with an hour less time difference, says Kermit. The left will blame the Jews for changing the clocks to steal time. UK video clips in Glasgow. Very, very funny. Okay. Well, not very, very funny, but funny enough. In the UK, we technically own time due to the Greenwich Mean Time. And because we invented longitude or latitude, whatever it was. We could announce tomorrow if we wanted to, no more. In many African countries, they refuse to take part in it. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, Joe says. Lewis, I don't know the details, but in the war, my mom said they had double daylight savings time. They hated it. Yeah, I guess it meant that there was less, that nighttime started, that daylight started earlier. Why would that be? That there was more daylight? Not more daylight, but more daylight within the hours of 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock at night, I think. I don't know about that. I never heard of that, Aletta. Whatever it was, Aletti. Your mobile phone goes forward automatically, so there's not really much need to remember. There you go. That's the best answer right there. Richard Phillips. The phone goes forward. You don't even need to worry about it. You don't need to look at I only have one clock here that uses batteries that I have to watch and change the time. The rest of it is all automatic. I don't even do we have any clocks here? I got one clock on the wall I paid £5 for. Lewis, they didn't do the 1 hour change, but 2 hours. I know. So they would move 2 hours forward, right? So it means what does it mean? During World War II, says Kermit, and Kermit is a very smart guy, except when it comes to council housing. The United Kingdom and some German-occupied territories implemented a system called double summertime, where clocks were set ahead by 2 hours to maximize evening daylight. Yes. Thank you very much. This change aimed to support the war effort by saving fuel and providing workers with more daylight after their shifts. I mean, I like her song, Cour de Parisienne. That means heart of Paris, as she's banging a Nazi who hated France. You know? Rufus Wainwright sang this song. I don't know. It's one of those French songs, Lucy. Yeah, that's the thing about women. Women go with the winners. They wait at the finish line and they go with the winners. And the French people were losers at the time, and the Germans were winners. And then, then they went with the winners. They went with the winners. Yeah. That's the way it is. I know what it's like to be a man. I know what it's like to be a winner and to be a loser. I've been a winner and I've been a loser. I've been a loser a long time, and I've been a winner a few times. And people, they look at you different. They look at you different. Anyway, so let's do this. Let me thank the people for watching this show and take a guess of how many people have been watching the show, the stream, whatever this thing is called. Lucy likes it to be called a show. I call it a stream because it's just me talking. It's not much of a show. There's no show. We're having a show. It's not. It's a stream. It's just me with the camera right here. I got the camera here. I've got this thing here. This is what I've got. I've got the on the air thing. We're on the air. We are on the air. Let's put this back up here. I'm going to take a nap after this. Number 23, Makeshift Phil. Vestinor was here at 22. I didn't see you there. Avocado Man, 21. Good to see you, Avocado Man. Maltese Phil is 20. 19 is Alex. And there's beautiful, beautiful girl from Mars at 18. Army of M, also beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. At 17, Warmelian. Warmelian is 16. Kerry Macca. Look at how beautiful Kerry Macca is. Up there in the cold, in the sun. 15. Rusty Brown, you're handsome. John Van Dam is 13 also. I see you. I see you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I don't care if you're married. 12, I do care. I don't care. Daddy Bannister in Laos, making pizza. Up there for the Laotians. Claire is 10. Beautiful, beautiful Claire. Lucy Van Pelt, beautiful, is 9. Richard Phillips is 8. Mickey B, welcome in. Welcome in. Ruben is 6. Elite Elixir is at 5. Annette, beautiful, beautiful Annette in America is 4. Janet, also beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Janet. I'm thinking of you in underwear. 3. Joe, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe is 2. And number 1 is Hi-Ho Kermit. A big round of applause for Hi-Ho Kermit. Everybody, put the number down at the bottom, but also press the like button if you haven't said it. Press the like button, okay? At the bottom, and you can win fabulous. You can't win. There's no prizes to win, but you could win something maybe. Okay. So So press that thing. Also, maybe go to go to Kofi and buy a drink. Is that too much? If you saw me in person, you'd say, "Well, I wish I'd bought Lewis a drink." Lewis, yeah, Lewis a drink. Which would be nice. Or go to PayPal, go to Discord. Are we on Discord? We can go on Discord, everybody. And I'm gonna just see what this is. I'm gonna just go check and to see. I'll see you tonight. Don't go yet. But I'm just gonna say I'm gonna see you tonight at here we go. That's really good. So who's guessing the right number? Keep on guessing, and then I'll tell you who won. If somebody actually did one. And then I'll tell you who won. Oh my God, a lot of people watch this stream. A lot of people watch this stream. 200 people watch all or part of this stream. I know, I see it, Kermit. Thank you very much. Join Discord so you can talk to everybody. So just in case, you need to know some information, like where did so-and-so go, or are they coming back? Maybe we'll find out what the answer is. Lewis. I would buy you a drink. I probably would buy you a drink, Joe, if I saw you in person. I probably would. I'm one of those guys. I know I'm a super international celebrity, but I would. Ko-fi, Discord, go to Patreon. Okay? And the winner is, I'm going to tell you who the winner is. The winner is Scott at 37. That's the winner. So we're doing okay as a stream. We're growing ever so slow. We're not shrinking. We're growing ever so slowly. I'm totally broke at the moment, looking for work. But if I ever win the lottery, I'll buy you a new home, Lewis. I'll definitely send you some care. Don't worry about it. Do not. And let me just say this to you, Annette. That's very American of you. You don't need to apologize for not sending me any money if you don't send me any money, because I'm not paying attention to it. Okay? I do appreciate the people who send me money, but you don't have to. But I do appreciate you caring about that, Annette. And I love you, Annette. I love you. So I will see you tonight at 10:30. Yay, Scott. Yay, Scott. Says Joe. And Elite Elixir, Lucy gives you a meme or emoji or whatever that's called. So we'll see you tonight at 10:30. Thank you very much, Kermit.